Goodbye. Alright. That was an event. Oh, great. Someone else aggroed while I was scratching my eye. And my eye is still itchy as a result, because I immediately put my hand back on my controller. All according to Keikaku, my eye is hurting. Oh my goodness. Please stop. Holy cow, I hate when that happens. Yeah, shut up, Jean Basson. I'm busy.
Games are gonna be a hoedown this year.
A hoedown? What is this? Whose line is it anyway? Why are all of Murray's missions up on high peaks? Also, by the way, we only have one more treasure to steal, and it is not going to be worth, like, $1,000. So, desperately need to get some more thieving going on. This always happens when I play Sly 2. I get to the end of the game, and then I start to run out of money. The treasures you can steal let you get, like, everything in the game up until the last 2 episodes, and then it's like, you're going to need a little extra.
If we're going to get an eagle egg, you'll first have to destroy all the local oil mains.
It looks pretty sturdy. The Murray is strong, but his fists can't punch through metal.
No problem. See that old bear down there? His name is Grizzleface. The guards ignore him because he's blind and practically nerve dead, except for his sense of smell. If that old guy smells fish, there's no stopping him. Use Grizzleface to take out the oil mains.
But I don't smell like fish. Do I? How can I lure him around?
Bentley's taken up a post along the river. He'll keep tossing bombs into the water, and the fish should get blown sky high. Plenty should land near your position.
So you want me to throw a fish at the oil mains so that old Grizzleface will knock them apart?
That's the idea. You might even try throwing fish at the guards. Might improve their odor.
Let's go, dudes. Will you stream a Fire Emblem game? Unlikely. Go get it, Grizzleface. I'm not really a Fire Emblem guy.
Nice work. Trot old Grizzleface over to the next oil main by luring him with fish.
Get on over here, Grizzleface. Go away. These ducks are built different, dude. It takes 3 hits. Now, I'm pretty sure eventually Grizzleface will get here. It just takes him a minute. I think is how this works. Grizzleface? I know you gotta go, like, all the way. Yeah, there he is. He made it. Nice, nice. Come on, buddy. Let's get on over to this one next. You guys really want to deal with this bear? Get him, Grizzleface. Get him. Grizzleface, why'd you let him shoot me? Fish, please. Let's go, Grizzleface. Come along, little buddy. We got 2 more of these bad boys to deal with. Well, the next one is up higher. How do I get up there? Does it just, like, ramp up right here? It totally does. Hey, handle that. Thank you. Oh, dear. Cloud Gaming. Yo, Bentley. Thank you, Bentley. Oh, we're not going to be able to go around this way because it's, the river is in the middle. We're going to need to go this way. If we just get over there, Grizzleface will get to us eventually. I didn't know that that would break it. Bentley. Bentley. Thank you. Appreciate it. Bear's coming. Anyways, yeah, Fire Emblem game, unlikely. I'm not a big Fire Emblem fan. I like Three Houses and I like Three Hopes. I don't really like Fire Emblem otherwise. Didn't like Awakening by the end of it.
That can run pretty fast.
It sure can, Sly. I played Fire Emblem Fates Conquest on my own time and didn't really like it. So I just, you know, don't think Fire Emblem is really for me. I was thinking of playing Engage when it came out, but now that Lost Evolution has come out especially, I have way too much stuff going on. And, can you guys not? And also, from what I've seen of Fire Emblem Engage, it looks like, hey, it's not like Three Houses. We're making it like the older Fire Emblem games. So, You know, more power to the people who want that, but I'm not the target audience. I have no interest in playing, whatchamacallit. Get him, old Grizzleface.
Solid work, Murray. Now that the oil lines are exposed, Sly's all set up for a paragliding job off the lighthouse.
He's done it. Honestly, Awakening and Fates are the worst the games have to offer. See, you say that, but then other people, when I was like, hey, how do I get into Fire Emblem? They were like, oh, Awakening is like the best entry into the franchise. So, you know? Also, I believe Awakening Onward are the ones that have like the romance options and whatnot, which I really like, so, you know. I'm not that big into tactics gameplay, as evidenced by the fact that the only tactics gameplay games I've ever played that I can remember off the top of my head are Fire Emblem games. Not to say that I dislike tactics gameplay, because I do like it in Three Houses. I didn't like it in the other 2 Fire Emblem games I played, but I don't know. If the sales pitch for the older Fire Emblem games is, hey, there's none of like the romancing options with the characters and whatnot, but the gameplay is a bit better, but also the, you know, it's just much older games, I just don't want to take the time to play them. Does Digimon Survive count? Digimon Survive doesn't count as a video game. That's not even a video game. Oh yeah, I have played Pokemon Conquest, that's true, but also Pokemon Conquest is like the most basic game in existence. It's very, very simplistic. Oh, that's right, we have 2 Sly missions before the final mission. Time to hack some boats. Dude, I love the hover pack. Bow, wow. But anyways, I got nothing against Fire Emblem. I really only like Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I have no interest to engage, with any of the rest of the games in the franchise.
If we can trust Murray's informant, that's the silo with the battery hidden inside.
To prepare it for travel, we'll have to drain off its northern light energy. By attaching a boat's grappling hook to the top of the silo, we should be able to deplete power from the battery.
Murray's in position to help throw you out onto the boat.
Once on board, I'll hack into its steering controls and move the vessel close enough to fire its grappling hook.
Okay, I'll climb on top of the silo and attach the hooks. How many grappling lines will it take to drain the battery?
3 should suffice. Once the first line's attached, Murray and I will commandeer another boat. You should stay in position.
Finally, I get the easy gig.
Sly. I actually don't think we need Murray for this toss.
I'm all set to throw you to that boat.
Yeah, I got a hover
These
pack.
days, my aim is impeccable.
Sorry,
How
buddy.
to hack the steering controls.
Poor Murray. He's like, but Bentley, I was supposed to help Bentley. Also, I just saw in chat, a lot of messages went by really fast, but I just saw in chat after someone said, Awakening and Conquest are the worst games that Fire Emblem has to offer, immediately followed by a new chatter saying, they are not the worst that Fire Emblem has to offer. So, you know, sounds like a whole heck of a lot of personal preference. But I mean, I asked a handful of people, like, what game should I try to get into the franchise back when I played Awakening, and they were like, I'll play Awakening.
Nice work hacking the autopilot. The boat's heading into position. I'm already on top of the silo. Shoot the grappling hook up to me, and I'll make sure it gets attached to the battery.
You got it, Sly. I'm sure no one will notice what we're doing here. Like up and right a little bit is normally how you aim this. Easy.
The hook's in place. You guys should head out for another boat before anyone picks up on what we're doing.
Good call. Good call. Let's go, Murray. Get a move on, buddy. We got places to be. Well, Murray, you weren't supposed to get caught by the flashlight guard, my man. What were you doing? There's that boat. Oh no. Oh no, okay, good, it let me. I was like, is it gonna force me to go up there? But I think it'll just let me do this. Nice. Good game design. Yeah, Digimon Survive doesn't count as a video game, chat. My word. There's nothing that brings me more joy than knowing that my boy Slyro, who is a huge Fire Emblem fan, words, like OG Fire Emblem. He also likes Three Houses and all. He doesn't only like the old ones, but he's just a big Fire Emblem fan in general. He's big into tactics gameplay. Nothing brings me more joy than knowing that Slyro also hated that game. My dude finally, like, played another Digimon game, and it's, like, the worst one they put out in ages. One of the worst Digimon games to exist. Hold up, I gotta focus before I lose. And if Slyro had been like, yeah, I love this one, I would have been... I mean, I'm always disappointed in Slyro, but I would have been especially disappointed in Slyro over that one. That would have been upsetting, to say the least. Okay, okay, don't get hit. Don't... I almost ran into that like an idiot. Leave me alone! We're good. Yes, for people who don't know, Digimon Story Lost Evolution has finally gotten its English translation. I will be playing it this weekend. Ooh, oh wow, that's still hit.
In place. One more grapple line to go, and this thing will be on empty.
I didn't think that would land. Hey, Murray. Last one's way over here, right? Murray is not needed for this mission if you have the hover pack. Honestly, it's cool that they were like, hey, do the whole, like, Murray toss thing again that we've only done at that was funny. That we only did in Dimitri's level and never anywhere else. But also, they could have just been like, hey, you gotta buy the hover pack for this mission, because the hover pack is one of the most fun gadgets in the game. Don't mind me. Well, 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 look who it is.
I was wondering what happened to that guy. Guess he just prefers to be frozen.
Honestly, fair. I don't blame him. It also always brings me a good bit of satisfaction and relief whenever I see people in chat also saying, like, man, Survive really did suck. Because when I was playing Survive, there was a contingent of people in my chat that were saying, like, oh, you're being too harsh on the game, it's good, etc., etc., and I was like, it's really not. There was also a good contingent of people in my chat at the time that were like, yo, this game is awful, it's funny watching you play something so bad and riff on it. But there were some people that were like, I think the game's good, and I was like, what's wrong with you? So anytime I see, like, every now and then I think to myself, like, did I have a fever dream? Did I miss something? And then many other people in chat are like, no, that game just sucked. It was just really bad. Absolutely terrible. Excuse me, please open up. Let me in. Let me in! The gameplay in Survive is definitely its worst aspect, but I also think the story is also just garbage. For the record, I never finished Survive. Why does it suck? The gameplay, if you played the first hour of Survive, you played the entire game, basically. Except for the Piedmon fight, which is horribly balanced, as well as the final boss. Gameplay is really boring and repetitive, and the story is stupid, and the game markets itself as like, oh, make decisions that will change the fate of everything, which is a lie. What they actually meant to say was, hey, play the game. At, like, Chapter 8, you get to make one decision that matters, that changes your ending and nothing else. And then you can NG plus the game to play another route that changes, like, 2 people or 3 people not dying instead. It's just really bad. It's a very, very bad story.
That did it. With the battery chamber empty, we'll be all set to move in.
Let's go. Granted, you played one of the worst routes. Dude, I am here to tell you, I did not look deep into it. I, like, glanced at the wiki. There is no good route in that game. If you liked it, more power to you or whatever. I really don't care to argue about Survive at this point in my life. The game sucks. There is no good route. The story will still be mostly garbage, really, like, disjointed and to awful at times, regardless of what route you're on. And then, what was the other thing I was gonna say? And then the gameplay is still gonna be the exact same boring, very basic baby's first tactics game. Like, the tactics gameplay in Survive is pretty much, like, as simple as Conquest, but the game is so much longer and tedious that it's less enjoyable. Because at least Conquest, depending on how many of the episodes you choose to play, is, like, quicker. And has more... Also, Conquest just has more interesting areas to battle in, comparatively. Because there's really very little to no difference between each different combat area in Survive. Mine. Goodbye. But, like, there might be, strictly speaking, there is better and worse routes in Survive, but all the routes are garbage. Also, I mean, chat already told me when I finished the game, I was like, hey, what happens in the true route, like in Chapter 6, when the game is at its worst, and whatnot? They're like, oh, it's still just as bad, except there's not a logical explanation, or a somewhat logical explanation. In Chapter 6, Minoru gets, Minoru, gets all mad and scared of Falcomon because of Wendigo-mon eating what's-his-face and killing him. Well, when you do the true route, Wendigo-mon doesn't, like, go all evil and eat him, but Minoru still suddenly turns against, his partner Digimon that he's been pals with the entire game for, like, almost no reason instead of just a really stupid reason. So, like, it's bad, man. It's bad. Farewell. Anyways, I'm done talking about Digimon Survive now. It makes me so upset every time I think of it. And again, it wouldn't have, like, I wouldn't be as disappointed and upset in it. I'd still be really disappointed and upset about it, but, like, man, the only Digimon game we got for, like, 5 years, and it was hot trash. That's so disappointing. Anyways, back to Sly 2. Fantastic game. Having a grand time with this one. Excuse me, pardon me, making my way up into the lighthouse. All right, lads, let's get paragliding.
Jean Bisson in the Lumberjack games, we'll need to enlist the help of the giant Canadian eagles. Their nest is out on that iceberg. Steal one of the eggs, and then bring it safely back to the safe house. We'll use it to direct the eagle's protective instincts against Bisson.
Sure, sounds easy enough. Except for the part where I have to swim a half a mile through freezing water.
Why swim when you can paraglide? With the oil mains all destroyed, the pent-up combustible materials have just caught fire.
I see. The updraft created by the flames should give me some extra altitude.
Just make sure to stay out of the fire. Get too close and old Grizzleface will be eating barbecued raccoon for dinner.
That's a charming image, Bentley.
What if I go through the fire and the flames, though, while the Dragon Force song is playing? Would that not be enough to let me survive? I think I'd be able to make it through if Dragon Force was playing in the background. I'd also get copywritten to all heck, so let's not. Would you play a Dawn and Dusk remake? Absolutely. Listen, dude. You know what does best on my channel, views-wise, even if I'm playing a game I hate? It's Digimon. If they release a Digimon game, I'll play it. Even if I think it's garbage, just like Survive. Now, will I ever play Survive again? No, absolutely not. I respect my time too much. Same for, like, Digimon World 2. I would also say Digimon World 4, but I feel like I have Stockholm Syndrome from my childhood with Digimon World 4. Every now and then I think to myself, like, what if I give you one more chance? It's like I'm in a bad relationship and I keep going back. But hopefully I never play Digimon World 4 again. I did them on the channel once. Granted, I didn't finish Digimon World 2 because that game was especially bad. And also way too long. Survive was also too long because it was bad, but...
Watch out for those eagles, they don't look friendly.
They look pretty friendly to me. But Survive also, like, I was able to finish Survive quicker than I would have been able to finish Digimon World 2. Oh, that hit me. My bad. Whoop. I should have gotten higher. I'm too busy talking to chat instead of paying attention to the game. But anytime Bandai releases a Digimon game, I will at least give it the old college try. Will I potentially quit the game halfway through like I did Digimon World 2 on my first time playing it? If the game is that bad, yeah. Will I potentially finish a bad game because I think by the time I'm like, this game isn't worth it, I'm close to the end anyway, which is what happened with Digimon Survive? Also true. And then, whenever people are like, hey, I really want you to do more Digimon content, even though they have not released a Digimon game other than a really bad one in the past, like, 6 years, I'll replay one of the Digimon games I like Dawn or Dusk, or Cyber Sleuth, or I did that Digimon World 1 race with Slyro. Or Digimon World Next Order. Or I'll play one of the older games that I haven't played yet, like we're going to be playing Lost Evolution soon.